reality is, the more risk you take, the luckier you get. So people need to learn to take one big risk a day. Every day take a risk and build up that risk muscle, because risk is where success comes.
Risk must be taken for the greatest. Hazard in life is to risk nothing.
Take the biggest fucking risks of your entire life right now. Remember, you have time.
I think that most people, the reason that they lack success in their life is that they lack the courage to make the decisions that need to be made to put them in the position that they want to be in.
You can get so scared, and you can be so easily lulled into the idea that good is good enough, that feeling safe and comfortable is what you should always be looking for. That way of thinking, in your 20s in particular, dead fucking wrong. I want you to start to create this mindset of taking risks and going big.
All right. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Hopefully everyone had a good Friday night. I did. We went over to some relatives' house with the kids, and we partied. We had a good time. We're up late. Probably got home like 1 o'clock. So yeah. I think the first time I've slept in till like 9 o'clock in the past 10 years. I never get to sleep in. If the kids don't sleep in, we don't sleep in. My kids wake up every day 6 o'clock on the dot. Literally 6 a.m. on the dot. Hopefully everyone can hear me. I had some trouble with the audio. Let's see who's here. Shout out to Goo God, LFG. Let's go, bro. El Macho in the house. Mic check. Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me over there on Kick. Well, I'll be able to tell myself right now if I'm loud and out there talking. Yeah, it sounds silly. Huh? I don't know. Seen some messages in the R2R. Chef just popped, remember? Shout out to OG Web Chef. You coming in Spanish. Hey, let's go. Mellow Cryptic, what's up, bro? Welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're on Kick, follow me. I think you follow. Yeah, there's a subscribe and a follow, but follow me. Subscribe if you want over on Kick. If you're on X, aka Twitter, aka the Freedom of Speech platform, don't forget to like and retweet. All right. YouTube, subscribe, post notifications. Always remember, not a financial advisor, for damn sure not a professional. This is cryptocurrency. You could lose it all. You could get wrecked. Don't ever allow an influencer on any social media platform out there to influence you when it comes to cryptocurrency. All right. Get your big boy pants on. Bitcoin, $104,845. All right, before we get into that, shout out for this week's sponsor in the house, DEX5. Guys, if you didn't watch the live stream from yesterday, Friday's live stream, check it out, dexfi.com/bonds. Link is below. You see it going like this. It's really just going like this. Check them out. Where if you're looking to park some money on DeFi and Base, they just got like a extra 100,000 in the past 24 hours. The APR from what we talked about when it gets on and popping. Now we're not a week away. We're about 6 days away from where it'll be. APR is going to be roughly 100 to 200%. We take a look. People are minting. There's been 100,000 plus mints in the past 24 hours since we did the live stream. People are minting their NFTs to get their lion's share, their piece of the pie, their piece of the action when it comes to a treasury, investing in that treasury bond in the form of an NFT to earn passive income in USDC. So check them out. Link up there. Check out the live stream if you didn't see it yesterday. All right, check it out. What's up? A lot of fun out there. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Yes. What are your thoughts on LCX and Swiftcoin? I have to put a thought together. How's that for you? Because it's just, I don't want to just throw something out there. I don't want to BS you. I don't look into it. It's been a while since I've heard about anything to do with any of that stuff. So what's really going on out there right now? We had a shaky intro into the weekend with Bitcoin and volatility. And the thing I've been talking about on all of my live streams, right, is the tariffs and the US 30-year bond, all right? We want to see continuous downtrend action as far as the price and the number on the 30-year bond, right? Government bonds, they have to go down. And we were charting that, and you know, it's dangling right now between 4.92 and 5%. But also the tariff war, we thought we were clear, like out of the woods with China and the US coming into an agreement for a 90-day period. And then you saw the news kind of shift gears yesterday where Trump's like, China violated a tariff agreement. Then you had Elon coming out on Thursday, a tweet about Donald Trump and how he is, you know, basically Elon's not happy with Trump. Then Elon goes on camera yesterday, right? Live with Donald Trump with a black eye. So you got all that speculation, like Trump's like, oh, you want to tweet bad about me, homie? Bam! Get in your seat. Doge father, I'm the president. You're the Doge father, but I'm the president. I don't know if he got smacked up like a hoe off of Roscoe Boulevard in Sepulveda, and Trump just had to trick him out again, you know, get him in line. But it's weird timeline of like the FUD from Elon in the form of a tweet on X, and then they're live on camera the next day, and he's getting awarded, and Elon's got like a straight up black eye. It's all over, right? So people are going to be people, and they're going to speculate like, hey, Trump's running in like the mafia, you know, hey, go tune him up real quick. Let him know you can't tweet about the big dog like that. Pulse has mastered the ATL. Now it needs to work on freaking all-time highs. Yeah, tough. Let's look at the price of Ethereum. All right. While we're taking a look at everything else. $2,548 ETH. It's not looking good. I mean, everybody out there. Here's the thing, guys. The past few weeks, in the form of rocks, in the form of messages, tweets, posts, people have been laughing and talking mess to me about being bearish. Now, I'm not being like full-blown bearish. I'm like, okay, prepare. You know, you got to always prepare for the worst, right? And if you prepare for the worst, you're not going to get caught off guard. And I've witnessed so many tops in crypto happen, and then it's like, bro, I could have got out, right? I could have got out. And then you start to see a lot of interesting things happen. And the interesting thing that we saw yesterday, and I put a full-blown tweet together on this, we'll take a look, was James Wynn, right? So I put this together on X. Follow me on X, guys, about the Bitcoin bloodbath, where James Wynn, his long got liquidated. So why is this important? Why do I even bring up the James Wynn liquidation that happened? The reason being is when James Wynn went heavy into this long position, okay, people started the narrative of, oh my God, a whale's going long and he's going hard. People are throwing the narratives, he must know something. He must know something. What does he know that we don't know? And that speculation actually like tumbles a long way, right? People go, yeah, why would this whale be like going this big on a long position on Bitcoin, something's going on. And it really enforces like a big like wave effect across the markets where people are like, they become FOMO. Like they get FOMO'd in, right? And it's not just to put in a long position as well. It's to just buy. So I look at stuff like this and I go, do people not research enough on their spare time when they're in cryptocurrency to realize it doesn't matter if somebody comes with a $250 million long at any given time, that's not an indicator of anything whatsoever? Because the casino of when it comes to Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market, the casino never closes, right? And if you look at the 24-hour period, these people are willingly gambling what would be hundreds of millions of dollars per day are being liquidated in both longs and short positions. So the dominant liquidation is in longs right now in the past 24 hours. 353 million out of 432.89 million of overall liquidations have been longs. 79.8 million have been liquidated positions in shorts. Okay, and that's in a 24-hour period. We're talking close to $500 million in just one day. That right there, you look at those stats, and when somebody comes like a James Nguyen and does a big gamble and gets super excited and bullish as the price of Bitcoin is going up, they're feeding into the same news and FOMO that we were at the time, where tariffs were locked in for 90 days, right? Where they were going to be reciprocal low between China and the US. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the mainstream media, we've been talking about the mainstream media controls the narratives, throws the articles. Trump says that they have violated the agreement that they had. And then the floodgates open, the floodgates open to all the news, all the sentiments changing, people selling, and the sell-offs became so extreme. But you got to remember too, decentralized exchanges, whoever had that, what they would call client, James Nguyen client, they had every incentive and that you could ever been given as an organization to push that price down to make sure you liquidate that guy. There's a lot of money in making that happen. A lot of strings that could be moved. A lot of manipulation that happens across the board in crypto. That everything is linked up. We are Wall Street. We are being run by the organizations and the entities that have been ruling the stock market for decades. They are now in our ecosystem, and they will work together, and they will viciously and just relentlessly cause market manipulation like they have been doing, where the rich get richer for years, people say, right? So as we wait for like these interest rates, right now the big story is Trump is pushing Powell to cut the rates. And now it's in the hands of, and pressure's being put on by the mainstream media news outlets and Donald Trump on like, hey, you need to cut the rates. So what happens if they do? What happens if they don't? Those are the things that you need to learn and understand. They're going to affect the near future prices of crypto, right? The timing, when did they say they're going to do cuts? When did they come out and say they're not doing anything? Who really is behind the feds? They're a private entity. Who runs them? Are they in line and in sync with the current administration? Are they in the pockets of Democrats, in the pockets of Republicans? Who are these people? Where do they want? Really, everything has to do on the big man Powell. What decision is he going to make? What decision is he going to make? That would be the turning point in the near future on a lot of things and what we'll be able to speculate further. In my honest opinion, either way, in a bullish scenario where Bitcoin starts to take off again and we're just in a dip before, the big rally, I still keep my end of the bargain. I'm sticking to my theory of, even if we go into a bull market, that Ethereum is so overly diluted and fragmented by the layer 2s and everything that's built on it, all of DeFi and the new technologies like Solana and anything else that comes in the future. The forks of Solana, Jack Levin's X1, are going to have effects. And that trickle down to the layer 1s and the layer 2s, because PulseChain, being a leverage of Ethereum, now has the look into RH.com site where everyone is looking at this site to know where our position is on the sacrifice money that Richard Hart put into this wallet that is known as the Treasury. And it's really supposed to be a sacrifice with no expectations. We've got a whole website, it's called Treasury. You best believe that PulseChain has expectations. Their expectations is honestly what we troll the most, and that's dev do something, right? Where does that come from? It's a meme, right? Dev do something. And everyone is expecting our RH to do something, basically come out of pocket or use the Treasury. Everyone speculates both, Oh, did you know Richard Hart has this much Bitcoin, this much Ethereum? Wouldn't matter how much. If he had 100,000 Bitcoin, 20,000, what would it matter if he had no expectations of him doing anything? People expect him to pump our bags, okay? And I think they expect that based off the course and actions that he took originally with Hex. But we're talking an entire ecosystem, all right? We're talking way more money out in the markets in general in crypto, bigger market caps than when Hex came out. DeFi wasn't that big. It was a very small space still that had all the room in the world to grow. In these situations now that we're in, where it's a blockchain that is competing with other blockchains that are successfully outpacing PulseChain with new users and builders, things are different. Right, and he can only manipulate so much, and that's where the SAC funds are sitting at right now, where people's expectations are is Big Daddy's going to come, and Ethereum's going to hit new all-time highs, and this $436 million investment that originally was $645 million plus at the average entry price of a $3,773 Ethereum. In theory, people think ETH will be $7,000-$10,000. And it will be a massive injection into the ecosystem. That's a real thing that people are expecting. It's mind-blowing, but it's just the driving force of crypto is adoption and new users and people using your chain. I don't get how an entire chain is dependent on, well, he's got big bags, so he obviously is going to make sure it succeeds. He's a legend. He's genius, 5D chess. There's a lot of things that depend on him. I don't know why people are spending RH money, no expectations. It's been 2 years already and we're still waiting. Yeah, we're going on 2 years this month, right? ETH has not performed the way we had thought it would perform by now. Matter of fact, 1 year ago in March, when ETH went to about $4,000, that was it, basically. That was it. It actually was the token that performed before everything else. During the time I projected a bull market would be starting in early 2024, ending in March of 2025 in my timeline. And my timeline from here is a struggle and a complete shakeout of all markets, even globally, right? Where heading into June, all the way extending into like the first week of July, it's going to be hell. And then we start to just curve out and exit. And PulseChain will suffer the consequences of the overall markets doing that because of the fact that the Treasury, being ETH, is the overall sentiment on the buying power that Richard would have to pump our bags in the near future, right? I don't expect anything from him because it's been 2 years and he has done practically nothing other than launch pump tires. Now he's defeated the SEC. He's still on Finland's Most Wanted with Interpol. He's got a few hurdles there, but is him being removed from a most wanted list for tax evasion, right? For hundreds of millions of dollars of tax evasion, a big enough catalyst event to pump the ecosystem versus defeating the SEC in court? Because I told my people it's going to pump, it's going to dump, make your money, right? There was no concrete money flow that was going to sustain that pump. There was no new users generally. So let's go into the ecosystem on Dex Screener really quick. We'll start from the top here and talk about the meme token. Most super cheap, guys, super cheap. If I believe the ecosystem is going lower, right, I'm going to hold stable and wait till I get a touch back to the bottom here. This is my personal goal that I'll wait patiently for. If I don't get it, I just don't buy anymore, right? Again, I'm not a financial advisor, just sharing my PPO mindset right now. Patience pays off. I have to be the most perfect I could possibly be with the funds and the situation I'm in after being a 2-year investor in PulseChain and living off of crypto during a bear market that entire time. Right? If we got into bull market mode and I had that better choices, even in the opportunities I have now, but I'm not perfect, I'd be in a better spot. So I have to be patient and just wait for daddy to bring it to me. Not daddy RH, but the market, bring it to me. Feed me the opportunities and I'll wait patiently is the name of the game. Taking a look at PulseX. I have this candle back here. Like I know this right here, we're already beyond it. I'm bringing it back to the SEC dip, right? This candle here, I predict that we will be in range between the 4 zeros and a 1 and 4 zeros and a 1.5. So roughly here at the bottom of that candle, which lines up with here, I think we'll get the 4 zeros and a 1.5. But I do believe it should go much lower and touch this again. Listen, red candles, they eventually get touched, the wicks, right? It could take months, it could take years. That's just my speculation, what I'm going to wait for. 44 million volume on Remember V2, more than the entire PulseChain. Whoa, let's go take a look. See what's going on here with that. Let me take a look. Let's change the mood. What do we got here? There we go. Keep that a little bit in the background. Let's go look at Remember V2. Where are we at? I don't remember where Remember's at. Here we go. Look at that, man. $46.5 million. A lot of people fudding OG right now on Twitter that are big influencers in the PulseChain space, right? I even saw B Roots had some things to say about them. Yeah, there's been a few figures out there. What is your low bear target? I'm looking to get more. I was eyeing 6 million market cap. 6 million market cap on which token, just to clarify? What if 1 Remember V2 equals 1 Pulse? How wild would that be? Yeah, I know, right? Even if it was like 3 zeros and a 1, that'd be nice. The 5-minute volume was 348,000. Past 24 hours, $46.5 million. Yeah. It's good for the ecosystem, right? Let me see if DeFi Llama is recognizing this type of volume on PulseChain and if they've gone up at all in regards to what you would call the stats overall across the board. No way. PulseChain is number 27 for overall. And these stats and the ranking system on DeFi Llama, for example, this is, keep in mind, number of protocols, active addresses, and then you got the 1 day, 7 day change, 1 month change, and then your DeFi TVL, Bridge TVL, stables that are on chain, 24-hour DEX volume, and fees. So Pulse is really way down. Only 49 protocols. Wow. DeFi TVL, 259 million. 48 million stables in the entire chain. 63 million in DEX volume. That right there, OG Web Chef, with just one of his tokens, has the lion's share of 46.6 million. That's all of the volume on Pulse. Teddy Bear. Okay, we'll go take a look at that in a second. Wow. And you're printing rewards from this as well. Let me bring it up really quick and see what that is right now as far as the daily ROI for Remember. 3.17%. It was like 10, 15% yesterday. Price crashed. ROI is back here. He's been cooking. He's been cooking, and things are starting to spice up and get interesting. I just can't believe like one token has all the volume. So no OG Web Chef, the volume would be, oh my God. It's like a tough pill to swallow when you realize that there's not a whole lot going on PulseChain for 2 years. 2 years. All right. Looks like Henry Flores wants to take a look at Teddy Bear. Let's see what we got going on. Where's my Teddy Bear? I think I have it listed by Fed token. Here we go. He says his target is 6 million. And we go, yeah. If we get the corrections I think we're going to get, I'm a buyer, all-inner down here. I can definitely see that taking place. Oops. Buy or die. I'll put that for note to myself. Highlight that in yellow. That's if we go to my predicted crash across the markets. Buy or die, revisit this. And that's close to your goal of 6 million. So whatever the crypto gods present, it'll happen. Price crash, story of that ecosystem. You know, man. It's really rough. Dude, I gotta admit, right? Part of the weekly recap, I'll say it in the stream here. We did the members only video earlier in the week. Mondays will be members in the morning or nighttime. You guys got to give me feedback on members only on YouTube. Join me in the members if you want, but we talked about this token here. And yeah, it had a nice little dip and back up. I'm not going to give the whole back end story to that. If you're a member, you haven't watched that members video yet, it's the last one we did. Going to continue to accumulate this bad boy. But it's having a good day considering the market, and it's a base play, right? And we're leveling up on base right now. parking DeFi money. Again, if you haven't checked out the new treasury bonds where you can mint the NFTs, they're in USDC from the treasury bond on DexFi. Better check that out. Rabita by Virtuals. And that token is going to be my main focus on base here. Let's see what other tokens. Let's look at PDI. Man, having a rough past few days, huh? Peaked out. I was selling here. I was selling because I was buying. I mean, I had bought these dips and then sold in here. If I had a hell, I would have got out of here. I would have been able to get out here with mad gains. But I started buying again here, selling, buying again here, and then selling up here. I should have just bagged up. Oh, I should have backed the truck up all in here and just made a disrespectful good amount of gains, just holding. A lot of FUD around it. Let's see. Let's see. Wife drama? Not drama, but I got to attend to it. Women be going through some stuff, man. So it's our job as men to just be there and listen. If you don't listen to your woman, man, it's not good. It's like, I'm starting to learn, you just don't talk. Just listen. Okay, all right. And then they'll lead into what needs to be said next. Just acknowledge what they're saying, because if you start giving your 2 cents and you start, no, it's like, my time's to talk, you shut up. That's how they are. So I'm learning this after, 10 years of marriage. Jeez. I'm getting smarter every day, but I'm working on it. Let's see. What else should we recap on? Oh, Fed token. Fed token is looking considerably strong, considering what has taken place in the past few days with the overall market. This is an unbelievable rise up and to the right. This is traditional get in early Maria price charts. Like what token that has been a massive success doesn't look like this on Maria's charts, her track record. Unreal. A lot of you got, hey, shout out to the R2R, everybody in the members only R2R, and everybody that takes my thought process and make their own decision. But like I said, I had wanted to get rid of the worry and concern of what's going on with ROI in the ecosystem of OG. But I said, hey, I'm going to stick around, and I'm still trading in and out of Remember and printing and selling if I can. If price goes up, I can exit for profit. Why not? Below 19 bucks, I said, time to get to focus. It's time to get in there. And we rallied pretty hard, man. So this is good on me buying here, and you're riding this wave. I mean, it's serious money that could be made in crypto. Think about you do $10,000. Finfesta's 18, 19. You push the price to 22, so you get an average price of 22 bucks with the 10K buy. You sell after slippage and taxes. Your average sell price is like 48 bucks. Still made 21,818, 11,800 on your purchase. Your 10,000, 2x after slippage and taxes and all that. 2x plus. And a really bad time buying it and being patient. And all you had to think was, OG's been saying it, like, I'm going to get Finfesta to 100 bucks. Like, he's so freaking determined to do that. So he told you, which I heard. And if you didn't hear, I told you so that you know that I heard it. Now you hear it. It's up to you to believe it or not. We all have our different belief systems, but damn, he wasn't messing around, was he? Dang, bought some Infesta, but also got Flexmas. Yeah, I'm happy about Flexmas, but I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm in extraction mode. That's PulseChain, right? So I haven't extracted from Flexmas, but I'm curious to stay and hold long enough. Like, I should already be selling. I don't want to regret it and be like, I'm being greedy right now, if I'm being honest, because I think we can go up more. Anytime I've done that, I'm like, oh my God, like this. Remember, I got to remember not selling the remember top, right? So I'm being greedy right now in this area because of the vaults, and Flexmas is going to be like the juiciest, shiny object in the ecosystem when the vaults come out as far as what you'll earn. So I'm like, okay, we can get here. But I know that a lot of people are on the sidelines waiting to just go on the next move and just go, up from here. And there's going to be a lot of sell pressure. So how high will we make it? If I feel like we should go $2 plus, no problem. I honestly need to take into consideration that there's going to be sell-offs, and I need to be happy selling here and shut down the greed, because I'm being greedy holding up to here. I've been buying since 20, 30 cents, right? And I've been holding the bags, but I even bought a lot, 30, 40, 50, even 60 cents. But here would be a nice exit, which I would exit to from Vista, take a tax hit, sell it to Pulse, take another tax hit. But my brain's like, wait till here. I want to meet myself here and just get the gains. Maybe I'll regret it. I don't know. But I've fallen off the horse hard enough and learned a lesson here to understand, like, when the money's on the table, you got to take it. You got to take it. Let's see. All right, we're gonna take the kids out. They got a little bit of money from Uncle last night while we're partying. One of the kids made $100. We did America's Got Talent show with the kids. They all did like tricks last night, and we put money in the pot. So one of my kids at the mall spending $100. The other ones got like 5s and 10s and 1s. So like, we're at a candy store today, the liquor store, right? We're going deep into like the hood though, where we can get the $3 big burritos. We can get some good Mexican cheap candy, and then we'll hit up, go ball it up, right? Go ball it up at the park, enjoy some sun, and get my mind off this crypto stuff. It's consuming my life. Going from wreck to rich, to back to wrecked. I'm wrecked right now. It doesn't matter. Like, for me, like crypto, let's say you make 20 G's. Cool. Now the IRS gets half. Then you got to take care of people, right? How is printing? Good, bro. All right, let's take a look. Printing like it's a printer, or printing as in going up? Oh, are we talking about this house right here? House of Warlords. When did this come out? 8 hours ago? Interesting. Still a low market cap, 112,000. Low LP. That's what's going on their Twitter. House of Warlords. This account's been around. Oh, I think I know who this is. Is this Shrey? or S-Ray, Reyes, or whatever. Taking a look. I don't know anything about it. I love how I think it's trending number 4 on Impulse. Okay, so we had the right one. What hood has $3 burrito? I'm in LA, interested in a $3 burrito. It might not even be $3 anymore, actually. I'm thinking of the price when I was like in 9th grade. I think they're $10 burritos now. You're right about that. If you want a $3 burrito, go to Del Taco. You're gonna get the one that we want, though. You're right. My brain is still stuck. We used to go to the liquor store, right? And in there they had the Mexican deli back there, and it was a $3 burrito, like the size of a freaking bodybuilder's chest, bro. Now I believe it is like $10-12. So you're right. You ain't gonna get that anywhere. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so I got the right token up right now. 98K in volume. Cool. Got the Telegram group. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I haven't heard about it. Is it a printer? Is it a printer? What is it printing? I've been loving my yields from HOW. I'll fly to LA just to get a burrito for $3. Right, man? I'm tripping, brother. It's no $3 burrito. It used to be, though, and I'm telling you, for $3, it was the biggest burrito. It lasts you 2 meals, bro. Back in the day. All right, this token earns you SolidX, PDI, and Atropa. Actually pretty smart to do that, to be honest. Because Tiago is beefing with Maria, like, no longer supports it. But, I mean, could you turn a blind eye to something where they're supporting your token that does need some help? I mean, SolidX could technically pump it himself like he has before, but he even knows you need to get some new users. You need to get your SolidX, $10.22, 32K in volume. Yeah, you see? He even went away from the logo being, the fire whale logo representing him, Tiago. It's paired to SolidX, PDI, Tropa, so it's a win. I love it. Let's look at the different pairs. Maybe I need to buy me some of this. Pulse Inc. is its second largest pair. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong token. I gotta go back to house. I'm tripping. Hold on. Stop myself right there. All right, there we go. Token address. Let's look at the second biggest pair here. Atropa 1K, PDI, SolidX. Brand spanking new. Yeah, I'll check it out. See what they got going on. Definitely missed here. I was asleep. I wasn't going to catch this. Had an opportunity at some dips. Traded out. Interesting. You think you can't find anything right now in PulseChain. I mean, it's happening. This definitely was something where you could have made some gains today. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everyone's support. Again, sponsor of the week. Shout out to DexFi. If you're looking to build an opportunity to earn passive income in the form of USDC, check out dex.com/bonds. In the upcoming week, I am going to be doing a live stream interview with the team, somebody from the team, and we're going to talk about more of this opportunity. It's nice to see that some people decided to, hop on board on this opportunity. So fresh 100,000 plus coming in the past 24 hours, and get you some exposure to earning through some passive income strategies via the platform and these treasury bonds. Everybody appreciate you. Have a happy Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy that weekend. Until next time, we'll do it again. Yeah, dog.
I wake up in the morning, telegram in hand, on to our community, the coolest in the land. Cheese cream drops a joke, got me laughing loud. Then I start to scroll down through the daily crowd. Who's the OG printer, lighting up the zone? Is it Dama Beast or Sav on the throne? Or maybe it's Friday, Flexmas is here. Time to throw some gains and flex without fear. I toss out some questions, looking for the signs. Inside fixes ready, dropping out for lines. I keep on reading, can't look away. Those spicy emojis make my whole day. Then someone yells exit, get off PulseChain, but I ride the waves through pleasure and pain. I live in a limbo of hope and despair, but we're all in this boat and I'm proud to be there. Yeah, I might end up wrecked, burned by the flame, but I'm with the best crew in this wild DeFi game. I might end up wrecked, burned by the flame, but I'm with the best crew in this wild DeFi game.